of the HVIAC Conference Tournament. We want to welcome you to the Sound Arena for Game 1 of this semifinal matchup between Berkeley College with a record of 12-4, taking on King's College with a record of 7-9. Hello, everybody. I'm Sean Lanigan. On the call with me today is Joe Gucciardo. And Joe, King's College has a very tall task ahead of them today, taking on a Berkeley team that's won 6 of these tournaments in a row, 12 out of the last 15 conference tournaments. If they're going to pull off the upset today, what do they have to do?
They just got to stay in the fight. It's as simple as that. Berkeley, something special about Berkeley College is they haven't been at home at all this year.
Right.
They've been on the road all 16 games they've played. It brings the term road warrior to a whole nother level, Shawty.
Absolutely. No question. We're moments away from the game starting. With that being said, let's throw it up to the public address announcer.
The participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives, or spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the game. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Five Towns College for the 2022 Hudson Valley Intercollegiate Athletic Conference Men's Basketball Championship. Our first semifinal features the number 4 seed, King's College Lions, and the number 1 seed, Berkeley College Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please join us as we honor America and those who serve to protect our freedom in the playing of our national anthem.
So you want to make the best burger ever? Then make it. That means selling everything. And eating
Ladies and gentlemen, before we meet our starting lineups, we'd like to recognize the members of the all-conference team from the Lions and Knights for their outstanding play throughout the regular season as selected by the coaches in the conference. Presenting the all-conference certificates is the Hudson Valley Intercollegiate Athletic Conference President, Andy DiStefano. First up, a junior guard from King's College, Mally Binnen. A junior guard from Berkeley College, Tori Bynum. A sophomore guard from Berkeley College, Dontel Henry. A sophomore forward from Berkeley College, Daquan Jackson. And finally, a junior guard from King's College, Jimmy Gwynn. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the members of the 2021-2022 All-Conference team for Berkeley College and King's College. And now, let's meet the starting lineups for today's game. First, for the number 4 seed, King's College Lions. At guard, 6'5" junior from Turkey, number 14, Mali Binin.
No.
At guard, 6'3" freshman from Redmond, Washington, number 23, Morton Hansen. At forward, 6'2" senior from Herman, Maine, number 32, Jordan Bishop. At guard, 5'10" junior from Arlington, Texas, number 41, Jimmy Gwynn. And at guard, 6'2" senior from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, number 4, Tyler Bowens. The head coach of the Lions is Nick Swedick and is assisted by Eli Davis. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the number 1 seed, Berkeley College Knights. At guard, 6'3" sophomore from the Bronx, New York, number 2, Dontel Henry. At forward, 6'5" sophomore from the Bronx, New York, number 4, Daquan Jackson. At center, 7 foot freshman from Cosmo, number 15, Skelkum Bajrami. At guard, 6'5" junior from the Bronx, New York, number 22, Torrey Bynum. And at guard, 6 foot senior from New York, number 33, Fude Sacco. The head coach of the Knights is Jonathan Pena. His assistant coach is Elijah Craig, and head coach emeritus is Chris Christensen.
First semifinal game here in the HVIAC tournament between the Berkeley College Knights as the 1 seed and King's College as the 4 seed. Talk about a tale of 2 different teams. Berkeley College has won 6 HVIAC conference tournaments in a row, 12 out of the last 15. King's College looking to see if they can put an end to that dynasty here today at the Sound Arena as we are moments away from opening tip-off.
And Sean, these 2 teams did meet earlier this month before the tournament began. It was on February 6th. Berkeley defeated King 61-49. Daquan Jackson, who's on the floor right now, had 17 points and 15 rebounds in that contest, a double-double. Sure to keep an eye out for him this afternoon.
And we are underway for game 1 of the HVIAC Conference Tournament. King's College starts with the ball first as Bynum looking to get something going. He passes to Bowens. Bowens looking for the open player, taking it to the basket, passes the ball, and the shot is in. It is 2-0 King's College.
That's Jordan Bishop. Last time out, they were out against Lancaster Bible. Played 38 minutes. Jordan Bishop, 21 points.
You can hear players from Berkeley communicating, calling out the offense, trying to find that perfect open shot. Berkeley, good ball movement. The shot is up, and the shot is good. That is 3 by Fude Sacco. Berkeley leads 3-2. As King's College looking to drive the ball up the court, looking to add some more points on the board as King's College with ball movement, and the shot is good by Jordan Bishop again.
And Jimmy Wynn had a great effort. He saw Bishop on the other end of the floor, and he gave it right to him.
Berkeley 3-point shot attempt, and that shot is good by Torrey Bynum. That's 2 threes in a row for Berkeley College. You can hear the chants of defense from the Berkeley bench. The shot is no good, but Berkeley almost kept it in bounds. Sacco almost kept the ball in bounds there.
Now Sacco on the season, he's shooting 28% from field goal range, 25 from 3.
As we await the inbound from King's College, inbound to Wynn. As Wynn, is he gonna drive to the basket or look for the open player? He passes to Bynum. As Bynum's going to drive to the basket. It's got 3 Berkeley defenders there, though, and that gets broken up. But King's College holds on to the ball as Wynn was open for a 3, but he dribbles and he passes the ball. And King's College, the shot clock. So, shot clock expired. Could not get the shot off. Very important in basketball.
They were getting
obviously
a little too pass hungry there to an extent. You got to be careful with that.
As Berkeley coming down the court, Henry with the ball. Is this going to be another 3 by Berkeley? No, that 3 falls short, and it's King's College ball. Bynum bringing the ball down the court. Passes to Bowens. Bowens drives to the basket, and the basket is no good. Great defense there by Jackson. Berkeley's ball. And is Berkeley going to come up with more points? Pass to the corner. And the shot is no good. That's the second three in a row missed by Berkeley. Rebound again by King's College. As let's see if King's College can take advantage of two missed three-point shots in a row by Berkeley. Let's see if they can tie it or take the lead. Bynum drives to the basket, gets the foul.
Mally Bynum, 6'5", he's very tall. He's not afraid to go to the basket. He had a double-double his last time out, 24 points, 12 rebounds, back on February 18th. In the game before that, he only had 19 points and 8 rebounds, so he's not, so he always, it's very common for him to get a double-double or be very close to it at least.
First foul shot is made. Be interesting to see if King's College can keep this game close, because Berkeley has won games by margins such as 114-67, 80-48, and 103-39. So let's see if Kings keeps it close today as we await the second foul shot attempt. Second foul shot attempt is good. We are tied at 6 early in this game. As Berkeley.
And you brought up the 103-39 win. That was against Culinary Institute. They had trouble against a lot of, they were winless in the conference. They had trouble against every other HVIAC school this year. But what Berkeley did against them was just complete domination on every end of the floor.
You just saw a moment ago a turnover by Berkeley. Can King's College take the lead early in this game? As Bowens, is he going to drive to the basket? No, he passes to the corner. King's College looking to take the lead early in this game. Pass to Wynn. Oh, looked like Wynn was going to attempt a long three, but he passes it. And they're going to say he was out of bounds, Joe?
It looks like that, and now we're going to have Berkeley taking it the other way.
All right, you have to be very careful when you're on the sideline with the ball. You cannot step out of bounds. You have to be careful as we await for Berkeley to inbound the ball. Henry passes to Sacco. Sacco back to Henry. Henry to Jackson. Back to Henry. Henry's going to drive to the basket. The shot is no good, but the rebound, but King's College comes up with the rebound. As we have a very, very close game so far. And, you know, it's interesting. Bynum, he leads the league with 22.3 points per game. So very, very interesting stat there. Let's see if he can meet his average or do better than that today as Berkeley takes the lead. Layup by Jackson, 8-6. Bynum with the ball, trying to work the ball up the court. Good defense by Jackson to stay with him. Nice job by Bynum making that layup. There were 3 to 4 Berkeley players there.
And I think it's interesting that they had Daquan Jackson on Mally Bynum there. You get the height equivalence guarding the height equivalence.
You just saw Bynum before make the shot with 3 to 4 Berkeley defenders, and I believe this is a charging call on Berkeley as we await the inbound. A long inbound from Wynn to Hansen as Bynum with the ball. Bynum's going to go to the basket again. No foul call, goes out of bounds. So we see early on that Bynum, who's averaging 22.3 points per game, he's not afraid to drive to the basket with multiple defenders there. Bowens calling out the offense, looking for the open player. Wynn was under the basket. He's there now. Passes to Wynn. Nice defense by Jackson. Wynn misses the shot. Good defense by Berkeley there as Berkeley comes up with the turnover, and they don't take long to go right back down the court. And as we wait the foul call. Looks like a reach on Kings, Joe. That is called on Jordan Bishop for Kings. As we await the inbound from Berkeley. Berkeley showing you the great ball movement that they do. Sacco passes the ball. The shot is up. The shot is no good. Bunch of Berkeley defenders and Kings College players trying to get that rebound. Kings comes up with the rebound.
And the reason that they had so many people there was because of Daquan Jackson, somebody who has a long wingspan can easily get a rebound. So the more guys you get under that basket on the other end, the more the merrier. You're more likely to get the ball in that case.
So we see early on in this game We're tied at 8. Berkeley has not pulled away yet, as King's College has found a way to hang on with them early in this game. So as we await the inbound from King's College and Bynum.
And unlike most games that we've seen, Shawnee, you and I in the Sound Arena, or games that Aaron and I have seen, there's usually a team that pulls away right away, which is a very even contest to start.
No question. Berkeley down the court, and 2 points by Skelcom Barami as Berkeley leads 10-8.
And Barami caught a very long pass. He was right under the basket. All he had to do was put in that layup and the job was done. And now he'll go to the line on the season from the free throw line, only shooting 55.6%.
First foul shot goes up. The shot is missed. Rebounded by King's College and Bynum. Bynum to Bowens. Bowens, nice defense by Jackson again, staying with him. Passes to Bynum. As Bynum trying to direct traffic for his offense, trying to find the open player. Passes to Wynn. Wynn passes to Bowens. Bowens back to Bynum. Is Bynum going to drive to the basket? No, he finds Wynn for a corner 3, and it is good as King's College takes the lead.
That was a risky pass over to Jimmy Wynn, but he was able to get his hands on it, and he sunk the 3, nothing but net.
Henry for Berkeley, directing traffic, passes to Jackson. Jackson passes down low to Pitt. Pitt makes the layup, 12-11 Berkeley. And we have a whistle. We have a timeout, Berkeley.
You know, it's worth bringing up something that happened to this Lions team in their last game out. They went to the Bible College National Invitational, and on February 18th, they had a win over Lancaster Bible. They beat them 72-71. That was in the 3rd place game, and they had lost to Trinity College of Florida the day before. So these Lions come into this tournament having won 3rd place in that invitational.
Absolutely, it'd be interesting to see what each coach is telling their team during this timeout. And we look at this replay, Joe. What happened on this last play with this corner 3?
They weren't, so there was a play earlier where Jimmy Wynn had to pull back out to get open. And then on that play, he realized there was no open man, so he goes to the corner, he gets the ball from Mally Bennon, and he sinks a 3 right from there.
Well, if you're Coach Pena, you're telling your Berkeley team in that timeout, Berkeley is currently being out-rebounded by Kings 8-4. Berkeley has to turn that around. Berkeley has to win the rebound battle as Bynum for King's College goes back down the court, passes for a corner 3, and King's College leads by 2.
2 straight offensive plays by Kings. They go from Bynum to Jimmy Wynn on the near left side for a 3. 2 straight plays.
Absolutely.
If it's working, why stop doing it?
No question.
You know?
Jimmy Wynn was just called for the foul, first foul, as we await for the inbound from Berkeley. And we currently have a few substitutions from Berkeley College, as Berkeley Coach Pena probably telling his team, we're currently being out-rebounded 8-4. Let's get those rebounds up as soon as we can. Berkeley, and King's College comes up with the ball. Wynn comes up with the ball. Oh, he had a layup, but he passes to Bowens. Bowens to Bynum. All right, good job by Bynum drawing the foul, but it seemed like Wynn had a layup there.
Jimmy Wynn, it looked like Jimmy Wynn thought the defense was going to catch up to him, so he tried to do the behind-the-back alley-oop over to Tyler Bowens. I don't think Jimmy Wynn realized how much space he had, that he could have gone for the layup there.
Thomas passes to Pitt. Pitt takes the 2-point shot. The shot is no good. Rebounded by King's College.
That was a nice grab by Morton Hansen.
Bowens to Wynn. Wynn looked like he was going to, oh, he's taking a long 3. And he misses the long 3-point shot, rebounded by Berkeley. Berkeley, they got Barami under the basket. He passes to Pitt. Pitt misses the shot. Another rebound by King's College.
You know why Jimmy Wynn took that long 3? Because he's feeling confident, Sean. He sunk 2 long ones from the near left corner, and he said, I can do anything, and then he missed. Let's see if he's able to keep his momentum going, though. Let's see if will it slow him down?
Well, he misses another one there, but he still has the confidence to take them, as you said. But a rebound by Berkeley, as Berkeley is right back down the court as Swinton takes a 3, and Berkeley has the lead back, 15-14. So Berkeley, you could say, stabilizes the game a little bit with the lead back. Let's see if Berkeley can build on the lead or if King's College takes the lead once again early on in this game as Bowens passes to Bynan. Bynan looking for the open player. Nobody's open at the moment, though. He's going to have to move, and he tries to move. Great defense by Switten there as the shot is missed, but Bynan ends up with the ball back.
I think that was supposed to be a pass, Sean.
Yeah.
From Bynan. That was supposed to be a pass, but Jordan Bishop had a little improvising to do there, and he was able to get the shot in.
King's College takes the lead back 16-15 as Berkeley looking to regain this lead. A three-point shot by Thomas. The shot is missed, but rebounded, and the two-point shot is made by Tristan Polnitz. Berkeley leads once again, 17-16.
Polnitz, his last time out on February 20th, 12 points, 4 rebounds.
And that foul call was like maybe a half second late, maybe? But
and it was on Jordan Bishop, and he'll go to the line. Free throw percentage on the season heading into the tournament, 69.8. Out of Herman, Maine, Jordan Bishop.
They call free throws free for a reason. It helps you win basketball games if you make all of them or most of them. As the first foul shot goes up, first foul shot's no good.
Something that should be noted, Sean, about these two teams is not every single player, but a majority of the players on Berkeley's roster are from the 5 boroughs, you know, but then you look at King's College, they have players from Atlanta, Georgia, Phoenix, Arizona, Effort, Pennsylvania, from Maryland, Louisiana, England, Georgia, Turkey, Maryland, New Jersey, Washington, all these different towns in Maine. I could go on.
King's College recruiting all over the country as we are tied at 17.
Recruiting is crucial.
Absolutely. The shot is made, and let's see who the foul is on. I'm going to guess it's on King's College. And, second foul on Jordan Bishop as Rashawn Thomas is going to go to the free throw line.
Now, here's the problem. Jordan Bishop has 2 fouls, not even halfway through the first half. Do you take him out to make sure his foul count stays down?
I think you have to if it stays a close game.
And it looks like they are. Cade Nicholson is now checking in for King's College. Now, Nicholson did play 5 Towns, who normally call the Sound Arena their home site. 3 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist on February 12th.
Both free throw attempts were made. Berkeley up 19-17, and Berkeley, if they're going to, hopefully for them, as Wynn takes another 3, hold that thought, the 3-point shot is no good. Berkeley's had 0 points from the bench so far. Kings has had 7. Let's see if Berkeley can get contributions from the bench as the 3-point shot goes up. The shot is no good by Thomas. Thomas fighting for the ball, though, with Bowens. And is this a jump ball call? Oh. So very, very smart timeout there, Joe, as both players fighting for the ball there.
Yeah, and I think that's because you don't want to draw a foul. You know, you can risk it in that situation. This is I feel like we're getting timeout calls, and these guys are going back to the bench, and they're exhausted already because of how close of a game this is.
No question.
It's a very tight contest.
And we look at this last replay, Joe, as both players fight for the ball here. And you can see both teams want it.
In the fray was Rashawn Thomas along with Tyler Bowens, and I think at this point you're just trying to not have a foul called, because at that point I think the referees are just going to blow it dead anyway at some point. So if you feel like you need to go over your strategy, that was the perfect situation to have a timeout be called. And
if you're Coach Pena at Berkeley, you look at bench points. Kings has had 7 points off the bench, Berkeley 0. And we talked about Berkeley, how they're being out-rebounded as well. Berkeley has the 2-point lead. If they want to expand this lead, both of those statistics have to get turned around.
Yeah, 7-0 points off the bench. One of the keys to having a good basketball team is a good bench. And if your bench is able to produce along with your starting 5, then you're going to win a lot of games. So Berkeley needs to pick things up. 11 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first half. Game 1
of the HVIAC men's semifinals. Berkeley College currently leads King's College 19-17 as King's College finding a way to hang into this game as they hope to pull off the huge upset. As Bynum to Bowens. Bowens, and we await the foul call.
Berkeley foul 13 on Swinton. That is his first.
Berkeley foul on Swinton as we await the inbound from King's College and Bynum. And Bynum passes to Bowens. Bowens back to Bynum. Bynum doesn't have the open player at the moment. He's got to move. Is Bynum going to drive to the basket? He is, with 3 Berkeley defenders there. Great defense by Berkeley again. Berkeley right back down the court. And let's see what they do on this possession. A lot of fastball movement. And Thomas tried the layup there, did not get it. King's College ball.
Now let's see if King's College tries something different here. Maybe try a different strategy, laying around the court, trying to get an open man. That's something that they've struggled with today.
As the officials stop play. We have a foul on Kings as the ball will go to Berkeley. And we await the inbound from Berkeley. The 6-time defending HVIAC conference champion Berkeley College Knights looking this weekend to make it 7 in a row. As Berkeley drives to the basket, does not get the basket, but Kenny Pitt gets the foul call and he will go to the free throw line. As we await the 2 foul shots, not the easiest thing in the world to make foul shots. You've got the whole arena watching you, you got players watching you, but you gotta have the mental toughness to make these shots, and the first shot is good by Kenny Pitt. Berkeley leads by 3. As we have a substitution by King's College as we await the second foul shot. Berkeley can see if they can take a 4-point lead. The second foul shot is no good. Berkeley leads 20-17. Rebound by Biden for King's College. You can hear Berkeley calling out their defense. Biden looked like he was going to go to the basket, but he passes the ball. The ball finds Bowens to Nicholson, to Bowens, to Biden. Fakes a 3-point shot, goes to the basket, loses the ball. No foul call. Berkeley comes up with it. And Berkeley, as Pitt takes the 2-point shot, the shot is in. All right, Joe.
That was
Berkeley's up by 5.
Yeah, that was a very bad turnover to have for King's College. That was very risky.
Berkeley so far has doubled King's College with points in the paint, 8-4. As King's College scores again, Berkeley's up 22-19, but Berkeley, the much taller team, so they'll get more points in the paint. And let's see what Berkeley can do on this possession. Pitt takes a 3-point shot. The shot is no good, though, but the rebound by Polnitz misses the shot. Both teams fighting for the ball. And the call is, it's going to out of bounds. It's going to stay with Berkeley. Yes, stay with Berkeley.
And you brought up the size advantage when talking about the points in the paint. Size advantage means physicality advantage. You can be more physical with your body. You can play more bully ball when you're in the paint. That's probably why Berkeley's got more points in the paint.
Absolutely. As Thomas passes the ball, but the shot is no good. Bynum keeps the ball in bounds. King's College comes up with another turnover.
That was a good effort play by Bynum, and he wasn't able to get the quick pass. Oof.
And you can see Bynum fouling Polnitz right away because Bynum probably felt Polnitz is going to get points on this possession, so I got to foul him. So as we await,
I don't think that's it. I think Bynum just wasn't expecting a pass there. He wasn't even looking at the ball until it was about maybe 2 inches away from his face, and by then it's too late to react.
At the line for Berkeley, Tristan Polnitz. As we await the 2 foul shot attempts. Game 1 of the semifinals here at the Sound Arena. Berkeley up 22-19.
And that dominating win against Culinary, it was, what was it, 103-39? Polnitz, 12 rebounds and 4 assists. That was how much he contributed, which is a great effort in that outing.
As we await the second foul shot attempt. The attempt is no good. Rebounded by Bynum in King's College. Berkeley up by 4, 23-19. Bynum, is he going to drive to the basket? He is, with 3 Berkeley defenders on him. So Bynum, we see throughout this game, not afraid to drive to the basket, whether there's 3 or 4 Berkeley defenders there, and he draws the foul on that play. As Bynum going to the free throw line. Sounds like that's going to be the game plan all game long, as Bynum is going to drive that basket no matter how many defenders are there, as we await the first foul shot. First foul shot attempt is good, and Joe, we look at this replay, we've seen it all game so far. He's not afraid to drive to the basket and hit the ground.
No, he's very brave, he's very physical, and he's not afraid to cut into the paint, and you know, sometimes when you keep doing that, the defense is gonna have to match your physicality. And that's exactly what happened there. They were able to match the intensity of Mally Bynum.
Second foul shot attempt is good. Berkeley up 23-21 as King's College hanging in there with them, hanging in there with the Berkeley Knights. But a nice three-point shot by Kenny Pitt. Berkeley up by 5.
Kenny Pitt, a 47.8% three-point shooter this season.
And Berkeley, Henry comes up with the steal. Henry with the shot. The shot is no good. Rebounded by Bowens for King's College. As Bowens with the ball. Bowens passes the ball. The ball goes to Wynn. Wynn looked like he was going to take a three-point shot, but Berkeley almost came up with the steal, but Bowens came up with the ball. Bowens with a three-point shot attempt. The shot is good. Berkeley leads 26-24.
That had some distance there, Shawnee. I think King's College is starting to get hot again from 3.
As Berkeley hoping to expand this 2-point lead. Henry with the ball. With the shot attempt. The shot is no good. Another rebound by Bynum and King's College. As Bynum looked like he was going to drive the basket. Passes to Wynn. Wynn to Bowens. Bowens directing traffic. Looked like he was going to take the 3. Bynum with the 3. The shot is no good. Rebounded by Berkeley. And King's College needs more players to score, Joe. Only 4 players on Kings have points so far. Only 4. As Berkeley looking to expand their lead. Driving to the basket. Does not get the foul call, but Berkeley rebounds. And there was some confusion there, it looks like, Joe.
And you know, you mentioned only 4 players on the Knights have scored. Remember we were talking about having a good bench, making sure that everybody's producing. You're not going to win. You're not going to win a lot of basketball games if not everybody is contributing. We see that at all levels of the game: high school, college, even in the NBA. If you don't have everybody contributing, you're not going to win that many games.
And before that timeout, you saw Wynn make a 3-point shot to cut the Berkeley lead to 28-27. And Joe, this replay, it's Wynn with the 3-point shot.
He was red hot to start, got a little bit ice cold, and now he's back into the fray.
So going into this timeout, you know, the dynamic of both teams, both coaches. King's College is hanging in this game, keeping a close game early. And if you're the Berkeley coach, you're just wondering, you're used to big leads, big margin of victories. Berkeley coach Pena is just wondering, what do we got to do to get? For Berkeley, they need some kind of a run to give them not confidence, but to expand the lead. They need one of those 18-2 runs to get used to doing what they do.
And each team has been able to match the other's intensity perfectly. It's just a very, I'll be honest, this game is much closer than I thought it would be at this very moment.
I thought so too. I didn't think it'd be close.
Both of these teams are doing a great job of matching the other's intensity. And I think it's going to stay this way for the remainder of the first half.
Jackson with the 3-point shot attempt. The shot is no good. Rebounded by Wynn. King's College, Bowens. Bowens directing traffic. Bowens to Bynum. Bynum looked like he was going to drive to the basket. Bynum to Romnell. Romnell to Wynn. Wynn to Bowens. Bowens trying to find a way through, but good defense by Berkeley. Berkeley's not going to make it easy for him. Passes it to Rommel. The shot, he gets the shot and the foul call.
Now Nick Rommel, only 3 rebounds in that win over Lancaster Bible. First points of the game for Rommel from Effort, Pennsylvania. The sophomore forward.
That gives King's College back the lead, 29-28, as Rommel goes to the free throw line. The shot is no good. Jackson for Berkeley comes up with the rebound. Oh, Wynn almost took the ball from Henry. Sacco looked like he was going to shoot a three. Passes to Henry. A travel called on Henry. So that gets the King's College bench pumped up. A travel call on Henry.
And I don't think Henry liked the call at all.
No, he did not. You can clearly see he was not happy with it.
And this cut to the basket by Tyler Bowens, he realized he wouldn't be able to get there, and he hands it over to Nick Rommel, who makes a nice fadeaway two-point shot.
Bowens with the ball, defended by Henry, pass to Bynum. Bynum driving to the basket again, does not get the foul call. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson passes the ball. Henry looked like he was going to drive the basket, as Berkeley with the very quick, very fast ball movement here, looking to see if they can get something going. But Berkeley lost the ball, but they're going to say it touched the Kings player. The ball stays with Berkeley.
And on the other end of the floor, DeQuan Jackson was in the perfect spot to get that rebound. That enabled Berkeley College rather to go into the drive. They just went on.
As we await the inbound from Berkeley, we await the inbound from Tristan Polnitz. Berkeley inbounds the ball. Henry for the three. He gets the three. Berkeley back in the lead by 2, 31-29. As Wynn passes to Bynum. Berkeley has the lead back, up by 2. Bynum driving to the basket, misses the shot. Berkeley comes up with the rebound. You got Sacco open on the right, but he passes the ball. The shot is no good. Who gets the ball? It's Berkeley's ball. Berkeley currently leads 31-29. As we await the inbound with 5 minutes, 29 seconds left in the first half. Berkeley inbounds the ball to Jackson, to Henry for the three, and Henry gets the three. Berkeley's back to a 5-point lead. Now, their biggest lead of the day, Joe, has been 5. Let's see what happens from here.
That's the biggest lead any of the two teams have had this afternoon, the biggest lead for either one of them.
Will that lead increase at the moment? It will not for the moment, as looks like a foul call on Berkeley. Foul on Polnitz, that's his first foul. As Tyler Bowens going to the free throw line. And you mentioned before, Joe, it's the biggest lead by either team, 5-point lead so far. And we have a couple of substitutions coming in game 1 of the HVIAC semifinal here at the Sound Arena between Berkeley College and King's College, as we await first foul shot attempt from Bowens. The foul shot is good.
Heading into the afternoon, Tyler Bowens, an 81% free throw shooter on the season. Now, in the win over Lancaster Bible, he had 3 points and 8 rebounds. Like I had mentioned earlier, that was back on February 18th.
Second foul shot attempt is good. Berkeley leads 34-31. Henry with the ball, passes to Polnitz, passes to Sacco. Sacco passes the ball to the corner, back to Sacco. Back to Polnitz. Henry for the three. It's no good, but rebounded by Jackson. Jackson passes to Sacco. Sacco to Polnitz. Back to Sacco. You can see the Berkeley Coach Pena. You can see Coach Pena directing the offense, directing traffic. As Berkeley looking for that perfect shot, and they get that perfect shot by Henry. Berkeley now has a 6-point lead. That's now their biggest lead of the day. As King's College on this possession looking to see, they can't let this lead get too big here this early on, as Bowens passes to Rommel. Rommel back to Bowens. Bowens passes the ball, driving to the basket. The shot is no good. I have a feeling that Berkeley's going to get something going here. A shot by Henry. Oh, the shot is no good, though. I was certain that shot was going to go in. The ball goes out of bounds.
That was a deep 3 attempt by Dontel Henry. Heading into this afternoon, Henry, who's from the Bronx, the sophomore guard, was a 40.6% three-point shooter, and he had distance there. And he sunk a few this afternoon, so I guess he thought he still had the momentum.
As Bynum, King's College down by 6. Berkeley 6-point lead, their biggest lead of the day so far. Let's see if King's College can cut into it. Oh, Wynn with a 3-point shot of his own. Berkeley up by 3. That was a nice shot.
Jimmy Wynn is feeling it again.
He is.
He's getting that red hot hand back.
No question. As Henry for Berkeley, he's directing traffic, passes to Jackson, ball under the basket, and Berkeley lead back to 5, 39-34. As King's College, Bowens, a little over 3 minutes left in this first half. Bowens passes to Wynn. Wynn back to Bowens. Bowens to Bynum. Bynum looked like he was going to attempt a 3. Passes the ball back to Wynn. And another 3-point shot by Wynn. Berkeley up by 2. Joe, he's feeling it like you said.
There's nothing else to it. When you get into the zone, you get into the zone.
Berkeley didn't waste time there, though. 2 quick points there by Jackson. Berkeley up 41-37.
Yeah, you got to steal some sort of momentum. You know, King's College has all the momentum on their side. Berkeley's got to make sure they go in and grab what they can out of any of it.
Absolutely. We have a foul on Berkeley. We have a substitution for Berkeley. And Joe, you've been saying it. Win from 3 in this replay.
Yeah, and it was Daquan Jackson who tried the last-ditch block effort. Jimmy Wynn is absolutely feeling it here, and he's at the free throw line at the moment.
I was certain that Jackson was going to block that shot, but to no avail, as the first foul shot attempt by Wynn is good. Berkeley leads 41-38, and we look at this replay here, Joe.
Yeah, it's the same play, different angle. Jimmy Wynn on fire.
And Jimmy Wynn is 5 from 9 from 3 and has 15 points so far. Let's see if he can keep that going as Berkeley up 41-38. Jackson's gonna go to the basket. Berkeley with a 3-point shot attempt. The shot is no good though. King's College with the rebound. It looked like he faked the pass to the Berkeley player for a minute. I don't know. But Bynum, ball's in the air. And looks like King's got the foul call. And we await the foul call. It is a Berkeley foul. And to the free throw line. So Jordan Bishop, Joe, who was taken out of the game earlier because he had 2 fouls, he's back in the game.
Yeah, and we're nearing the end of the first half. You know, when you get in foul trouble that early, the best thing to do is maybe sit that player for a little bit. Maybe at the end of the half you can put them back in. Because if they start racking up fouls, pretty soon they'll be out of the game before you know it.
No question.
It also maybe gives them time to maybe cool off. Maybe they get a little heated at times. It gives you a time just to cool off a little bit and then let the guy go back in and do what he does.
Both foul shot attempts were good. Berkeley up 41-40 with 2 minutes left in the first half. Berkeley keeps coming up with the rebounds, and Polnitz adds 2 points. Berkeley up 43-40. We're under 2 minutes left in the first half. King's College looking to add some more points here. Bynum. Oh, looked like Bynum was going to take the 3, but he drives to the basket and gets the layup, gets the 2. Berkeley up 43-42. As Berkeley College to Jackson to Polnitz. Polnitz with the 3, and it is no good. Henry with the 3. That 3's no good. Wynn comes up with the rebound. 1:20 left in the first half. Berkeley up 43-42. As Bowens to Bynum. Bynum passes the ball to Bishop. Bishop drives to the basket, and King's College is up by 1, 44-43. So King's College with 1 minute left takes the lead back in the first half.
This is an amazing contest, Sean. This is probably going to be one of the games of the tournament. I can already tell.
If you're the Berkeley coach, do you take a timeout here?
That's a tough 3-point shot to miss, Shawnee.
Do you take a timeout if you're the Berkeley coach?
With 35 seconds left, yes, I would. Absolutely, 100%. You want to have the lead heading into the locker room. Have that momentum on your side.
Wynn. Wow, Wynn with the 3-point shot. King's College is up by 4, Joe.
You have got to be kidding me right now.
This is unbelievable.
You can't be serious.
And there's that timeout we were asking for.
My goodness.
To put this into context, I mean, King's College, what they're doing is unbelievable. And let's look at some of these replays.
Jimmy Wynn is on fire,
Look at this.
Sean. Yeah, Mally
these
Bynum on the
replays
other
are
end.
unreal.
They were able to get the ball back, and Bynum gave it to Wynn. Boom. Bang.
Unbelievable. And you know,
Unbelievable. Jimmy Wynn. And it was Mally Bynum who had the great effort to make sure that ball didn't get away, because that would have been a fast break all the way down the other end for the Knights. Mally Bynum made sure he got a hold of that. He saw Jimmy Wynn right open, automatic.
to put this into context, King's College is 7-9. Berkeley's, 13-4. 6-time defending HVIAC conference champions. They've won 12 of the last 15, and it's still a close game, and they're down by 4. So you wonder what the Berkeley coach Payne is telling his team right now.
I think what they have to do is just make sure that they don't leave anybody on Kings open. You have to make sure that you're guarding them in the paint. You have to make sure you're guarding them around the perimeter at the three-point line. You have to make sure that you can keep this as close of a game as possible heading into the locker room, because there's only about 20 seconds left in this first half.
So what you're watching, this is the real score, ladies and gentlemen. Berkeley is down by 4 points to King's College. 15 seconds in the half. Let's see if Berkeley can add some points before going to the locker room. And they do, and they get the foul call as well. That is Kenny Pitt.
And Kenny Pitt with a chance for a 3-point play.
As Berkeley now down by 2. So let's see if Kenny Pitt can add 2 foul shots to at least tie this game going into the halftime. So we await the first foul shot attempt. One foul shot attempt. As Bynum, 7, 6, 5, and oh wow. So Berkeley fouls with 5 seconds left in the first half. That may not have been the best decision, Joe.
I don't like it at all, because you still have another half of basketball to play. There's a chance that those fouls might come against you at the end of the game, because let's say you're in a situation where you need to foul at the end of the game to keep it close, because if you start racking up those fouls before the end of the before the start of the second half, that's not good. That's not good.
First foul shot attempt by Bynum is good. King's College up 48-46.
I could see fouling if it's the end of the second half, and this was the situation. I don't see doing that at the end of the first half. That doesn't make any sense.
I totally agree. Let's see if Bynum can get this lead for King's College to 3 going into the locker room. Yes, he can. And as we await the inbound from Berkeley, if you're Berkeley, you got to take a quick 3-point shot to see if you can tie this game.
Long heave down the court.
He doesn't take a 3 though. But it's interesting. He doesn't take a 3, Paulnitz, but he draws the foul though, Joe. So what would you have done? Would you have taken a 3 or done it Paulnitz did, draw the foul?
I would have at least tried to cut to the basket, because if you're only down by 1 going into the locker room, that's not the worst case scenario. I would have, if I had to, I would have settled for a 2-point shot.
First foul shot attempt by Paulnitz is good. King's College up 49-47 as we await the second foul shot attempt. Foul shot attempt is good. King's College up by 1, and Bynum, and it hits the top of the arena.
Yeah.
We are at halftime. King's College up 49-48 over Berkeley College. And Joe, what did we watch in that first half?
What a close game. Both of these teams have been able to match the other's intensity. It's a much closer game than I thought it would have been. What an unbelievable contest this is. Absolutely spectacular.
I'm very surprised what I'm watching because we talk about Berkeley College all year. We've been talking about what they've accomplished for several years and the things they've done this year. I think if you're Coach Pena and Berkeley, you know, you're a little nervous right now. You don't have the lead, so it is so important for Berkeley, the start of that second half. They need a big run. They need a 12-2 run, an 18-2 run, because they're so used to playing with a big lead, they got to get back to that quickly.
Yeah, and especially when you won your last game 103-39 against Culinary. Nobody's been able to get on a run in this game. They, like I said, they've been matching intensity. They've kept it close all game long, Sean.
No question, and with that being said, let's throw it down to the third member of our broadcast team, Jeff Kramer. Jeff?
We're here with the Kings assistant coach, Ellie Davis. So Coach Davis, it's been a very intense and close game so far in this game. So how does Kings plan to continue that comeback going forward in the second half?
It's all about rebounds, communication, and free throws. If we stick to our game plan defensively, we'll come out with the win. Also, it's about our energy. We need to keep our energy alive. We got to be in the fight. Every play counts, and that's the only thing we're thinking about right now.
Excellent. And what would it mean to the Kings College basketball program as a whole, you know, as the underdog team going into today's game? What would it mean to get a win in today's game?
It'll mean everything for us. You know, we fight for this every day. We want it really bad, and this is what we do with our time. So we want it bad. It would mean everything. So, yeah, we're going out with a fight.
Excellent. Well, good luck to you and Kings College, Coach Davis. We'll be back soon with the second half. Stay tuned.
Money on my mind. Put a beam on the glizzy, don't get caught between the lines. Last night we got busy, don't got hit between the eyes. Put my problems in the backwood and put it in the sky. Got your mans in this backwood, put it in the sky. I was taught to love my brothers and I hate the other side. Hate the other side, hate the other side.
What? Okay, bitch, I think I love the walk. Okay, bitch, I finger fuck this Glock. Okay, oh my jeweler putting out 50 on my watch. You don't want 950s on your block. Okay, all this Gucci feel like walk on the block. 30 50s, I got titties on this Glock with a mop. Life is Gucci, I got Gucci on my socks. On my socks, I'ma put the trap money in the stocks. Okay, feel like Pizzo, bitch, I'm about to pee a dot. Need a knot, Brody passed that Mac, I thought I seen a op. Get him shot, call a flock. He like Jordan with the Glock, Quarter 10, cause my block is burning hot. Okay, need an exit, cause you know I read a lot. Told my yellows, please move Millie in the spots, Trap open 24 hours, shit don't stop, it don't stop. Diamonds dancing, body duty, yeah, I bop. Okay, fiends said my work be slamming like the rock, Feel like flavor with all these hoes is caught. Fuck a thought, hold up walk, hold up flop, hold up drop.
Dress it up and make it real for me. Whatever that means. There's something in the styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Gotta roll a pound up a gas. Switching lanes in the Grand Rapids. We the one that kept it cool without it. Titty niggas start acting. Should've looked like film in a movie. Gonna let them have it. We ballin' like the March Madness. All these cops shooting tragic. I'm the one that live in lavish. Like I'm playing for the Mavericks. I don't wanna f*** the might have made me f*** her even though she average. Dirty money in the cook. 45 by my good. Black, when young in the cook. So take you out for some joints. Count this money, no rush. I'm on the one-way flush. Loud pack smelling must. Police can't touch me. This bogus police can't touch me. No, can't touch me. Apply the pressure with the VVS. I drive the foreign like it was a Chevy. Drive the foreign like it was a Chevy. Lift it up and gone and all set. Turn up the cougar like she Holly Berry. Future hinges, dirty sprite, legendary. Dirty soda in the styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Gotta roll a pound up a gas. Switching lanes in the Grand Rapids. We the one that kept it cool without it. Titty niggas start acting. They say hunt like a with juvie. Soon as that work hit the city, we move it. Most up in honest and shoot us a movie. Most up in honest and shoot us a movie. Take the tool inside the club and just in case it never gotta use it. Get a paint, a coat, and pour it up. Dirty soda and a styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Gotta roll a pound up a gas. Switching lanes in the Grand Rapids. We the one that kept it cool without it. Start acting. Should've looked like film in a movie. Gonna let them have it. We ballin' like the March Madness. All these cops should've looked tragic. I'm the one that live in lavish. Like I'm playing for the Mavericks. I don't wanna f*** the mother make me f*** her even though she average. Can't touch me. Can't touch me. Apply the pressure with the VVS. I try to fire like it was a Chevy. Try to fire like it was a Chevy. Lift it up and go and offset it. Cougar like she Holly Berry. Future hinges, dirty spray, legendary. Dirty soda and a styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Gotta roll a pound up a gas. Switching lanes in the Grand Rapids. We the one that kept it cool without it. Start acting. Should've looked like film in a movie. Gonna let them have it. We ballin' like the March Madness. All these cops should've looked tragic. I'm the one that live in lavish. Like I'm playing for the Mavericks. I don't wanna f*** the mother make me f*** her even though she average.
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I trap into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I might got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now I can't answer calls cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. All this designer on my body got me drip, drip. Hey, straight up out the objects, I'm a big crip. If I got up on a lean, I'ma sip, sip. I run the racks up with my queen, like London and Nip. But I got rich on all these, I didn't forget back. I had to go through the struggle, I didn't forget that. I hopped inside of the Maybach and now I can sit back. Deep, know me now, cause I got them big racks. Cause I'm getting money now, I know you heard that. Young, on the corner, bitch, I had to serve crack. Uncle fronted me some peas, had to get them birds back. We came up on dirty money, I gave it a bird back. Cut off the brain and I gave my the new goof. Either you running y'all gang or you Suwu. Got a New Orleans, 10-minute voodoo. And I'm that now, who knew? I put the new 4Gs on the G. I trap into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I might got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now I can't answer calls cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. I've been waking up to get the money, whoa, whoa. Got a bad jazz, tatted, whoa, whoa. Da Vinci to my toes, 2 twins on both. I put her in new AP, the water like a boat. I was down bad on my dick, what was you niggas at? I know you turned your back on me just to get some wrecks. I seen you swerve back, cause I'm in the black back. New diamonds on me, a flash, this ain't Snapchat. Cause I been getting paid. Yellow diamonds on me look like lemonade. Got my baby mama that new Bentayga. Tryna get a dojo like a sensei. Rolls Royce umbrellas when I'm in the rain. I just mind my business. I got brothers that did the time, I ain't kidding. All these rappers just talk about it, I live it. Going up, I ain't got no sky limit. Yeah, 4Gs on the G. I trap into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I might got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now I can't answer calls cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. I been ballin'. That's why we ball on it. Hey, that's why we ball on it. Yeah. That's why we ball on it. That's why we ball on it. Yeah, yeah.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the notch. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call him Chaucer cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of pop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be sober, I gotta stay high. Put me some in the can and it's dry. Riding in special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and Berkeley, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here goes the surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, her pride. In her back while I'm gripping her side. Nigga mad back, this ain't regular size. You really fly, we like pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her disguise. Upgrade at my wrist, put her gas in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her highs. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the notch. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call him Chaucer cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of pop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock.
Get it, money, king, Anna, bang, bang, so nice. I don't wanna, but it is by myself. I just passed it to the door, no one spent. I took the Billy coupe back, then I hopped in the car. I put it in front of the Billy in front of the driver. And man, this shit that it weedy can't smoke in the road, right? Wow. I'm still double cut up, I'm drinking, I shoot off the tires, huh? I'm in the coupe by myself. I had to kick her though when I was 5. Key the was on the shelf. Hostess around in the fire. I'm sick and tired of these. Act like they fine and telling them lies. Acting like they the one created this and they get all this drip from my guys. Yeah, Cartier eyes, Cartier coat, Cartier as the watch. Cartier love, Cartier the thigh. Cartier spec buffalo on the side. Prison cut diamonds, they Cartier, yeah. Cartier bad for the Cartier thigh. Sky ring look cool with 200 the dash. Cartier jeans, ain't no way I can say. Ain't no way I'm ever gonna go out. Man, I can't go out, no way I'm gonna go out. I just grip on her and I show it. I sit like a champ and I wait on a whole lot. I just whip up a new Chanel paddock. I whip with the wrist and I don't break the door out. Turn that whole top floor to her. 100 racks and 1, 2 bought the flood out. Candy, money, king, Anna, bang, bang, so nice. I don't wanna, but it was by myself. I just passed it to the door. It's lit.
I like the 504 boys, how I move through the lobby. Since on 12, the flame been hot just to show you the time frame. 100 mil down on my desk, but I'm still up deciding. Mashing M's in my account to the truck in my driveway. I'm in that photo by myself. Know it's 100 more hundreds outside. Know they gon' ride to the death. Had some good years, ain't no way I get tired. I gotta do what I feel. Every day Super Bowl, get a well. I put a lot on myself. And then feel rich, your meal on like Odell. She slid ahead, now my best is to grab a torpedo. I had to go back and legal my slides like I'm 13-0. I told her, baby, this not the remix, this is a part of the sequel. No, we not living.
Well, we're just moments away from the second half getting underway, and Joe, halftime, King's College leads 49-48. What do you expect in the second half?
I'm expecting this half to be just as close as the first one. I think we're gonna have just as close of a game here. Won't be any different like what we saw before. We had a lot of really great highlights in the first half, and Jimmy Wynn especially. Well, this is Nick Rommel here, but Jimmy Wynn was especially hot in the first half from beyond the three-point line. Molly Bynum also played a huge role for the Lions. You had a lot of great shooting from Berkeley as well. Dontel Henry was one of those guys that had a lot of great shots. This is gonna be a really great second half, at least what I think. And this is gonna be a really close half, another great game.
As this half gets underway, can Berkeley establish that big run and play with a big lead, or does King's College keep this lead close? How this second half unfolds is gonna be key to how this game unfolds. As we await the inbound from Berkeley College and Teray Bynum. And the second half is underway in game one of the HVIAC Conference Championship. As Henry And that was a very nice
and that was
there, Joe.
DeQuan Jackson, 6'5" out of the Bronx. That was absolutely unbelievable. Right to the basket, slams it down.
So early on, it's a good start for Berkeley, as we see Berkeley there with the turnover as well, and Sacco with the missed shot, but Berkeley comes up with the ball. Another shot attempt, another miss, but Berkeley comes up with the ball again.
How many chances can you get?
Okay, so Berkeley early on looks good, Joe. Berkeley early on.
Teray Bynum finally sinks it in, but there were a number of chances there.
Berkeley up 52 to 49. As Bynum for King's College. Bynum passes the ball to Bowens. Bowens looks like he... No, it looks like the call's on King's College. And we'll get the call for you in one moment, as soon as we get it. And no, the call is on Berkeley. Check that. King's College, pass to Bynum. As Bynum's gonna drive to the basket. Bynum passes to Bowens. Bowens had an open shot, but he passes to Hansen. And Hansen makes the shot. Berkeley up 52 to 51. As Berkeley, well, with the three-point shot attempt, that shot is no good, and oh, both players colliding there. Both players wanted the ball there.
Yeah, and that happened because the shot from Teray Bynum was short, and because of that, it caused Barami to be part of that pile, and Barami is 7 feet, so he can get rebounds, but that wasn't necessarily a rebound. It was a short shot, and that just created created a whole cluster in that area.
Bynum with the ball. Bynum to win. Bynum. And the foul call. Jordan Bishop draws the foul call.
And Bishop drew a few fouls in the first half also, so that's something that he's been doing well at today. It's good.
As Bishop with the first foul shot attempt. And the first foul shot attempt is good. You know, in this recent run of bench points, Joe, the bench points have gone Berkeley's way in this recent run, 27-2 in this recent run.
And we checked in earlier, and it was like 7-0. Now it's, what, 27-2? Unbelievable.
Berkeley up 52 to 51. As the Berkeley offense directing traffic, trying to find that perfect shot. Henry passes to Bynum. Bynum with the shot attempt, but the rebound by Jackson. Jackson gets his rebound again. Jackson gets his rebound again, tries to get the shot as Berkeley stays in bounds.
Great keeping by Bynum, great keeping.
And we await the foul call.
I think he not only kept the ball in there, but he drew a foul also. That was two pieces of effort, great effort by Bynum.
So in these last couple of possessions, we've seen Jackson get his own rebound, take a shot, get his own rebound, take the shot, and get his own rebound and take the shot as Jackson passes the ball. And Berkeley trying to get something going. Henry for the three, misses the three. Rebounded by Bowens for King's College. Bowens to Bynum. Bynum, and the shot is no good as Berkeley comes up with the rebound. Polnitz, and he gets the shot.
And he had Bowens on ice skates. As he drove to the basket, he had him falling over like he was taking a hit in a National Hockey League game.
Absolutely, as Berkeley retakes the lead, 54 to 52. As Wynn drives to the basket, passes the ball, passes to Bishop, Wynn to Bishop, and Bishop draws the foul call. Bishop draws the foul, but you could see Berkeley wants a traveling call there, Joe. But they're not going to get the traveling call.
They will not.
As we await the foul shots. Foul shot attempts by Jordan Bishop.
And Bishop again will go to the line. That's the second time already in the half that he's gone.
And you saw Berkeley there. They wanted the travel call. They did not get it, though. First foul shot attempt is good. As we await the second foul shot attempt. Second, oh, it took a second, but the second foul shot attempt is good. We're tied at 54. You can hear the chants of defense from the King's College bench as Berkeley looking to see if they can get something going here. Berkeley with the ball movement, and the shot is no good, but Polnitz with the rebound, and he gets the basket and the foul. And Joe, everyone on Berkeley has scored at least 2 points so far.
We were talking about it in the first half. Contribution is everything, and contribution from every part of your lineup is especially crucial. That's very important to have.
Absolutely, as Polnitz goes to the free throw line. And you can see the Berkeley bench directing what they're going to do after the foul shots. And that foul shot attempt is good. Berkeley up by 3, 57 to 54. Bynum passes the ball to Bishop. And Bishop, Bynum's going to go into the basket, but nice steal by Henry for Berkeley as Henry finds Polnitz. Polnitz with the 2-point shot attempt. The shot is no good, and rebounded by Bowens for King's College. King's College, Bynum's going to go to the basket. And we have a travel call on Bynum. So Berkeley gets the travel call this time around. And you can see Coach Pena for Berkeley College directing the offense there. Coach Pena's won titles as a player, as an assistant coach, and as a head coach as well.
Title in every different type of position you can have, Shawnee.
No question. And the shot is missed.
That was a good rebound by Bynum using the wingspan to grab it there. That was phenomenal, and now they're going to go down the court.
Bynum, he's got Bowens to his left. He doesn't go there, though. He's got Bishop to his left. That's where he goes, as Bishop with the ball with the pass from Hansen. And the rebound is by Jackson. Jackson passes to Henry for Berkeley. Henry passes the ball, 3-point shot attempt. That shot is missed by Pitt. And the shot is missed. Berkeley. Henry's going to settle the offensive play down. He's going to slow it down a little bit. And he's either going to look for that perfect shot or pass the ball off. He passes to Pitt. Pitt passes the ball, and Berkeley, Sacco gets the shot. Berkeley back to a 5-point lead, 59 to 54.
This game is very close, and we had predicted it too. 5 points is still close.
No question. As Bishop, the shot is missed, rebounded by Polnitz. Polnitz going down the court, passes the ball, and nice job by Pitt driving the basket. We have a King's College player down. And the player, looks like it's Bowens, Joe.
That's Tyler Bowens, who's down on the floor.
And we will
Upper
wait
Marlboro,
and see.
Maryland.
You know, never a good thing, obviously, when you see an athlete get hurt, get injured, and, you know, we will. It looks like, and Bowens is going to get back up.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to keep fighting through here.
Yeah. And, you know, it's always a very scary thing, obviously, for a, you know, you never want to see any kind of athlete get hurt.
And it looks like he's limping off. You know, it gets when you get to the paint, it can get really physical. And things like that are always a possibility. You can move your leg a certain way, and it'll feel a little funny. You could maybe something with your foot or your knee. And, you know, maybe the contact was what did it, but he's going to go to the side, see your trainer, and Bynum will get things back going here with an inbound.
Be interesting to see if Bowens is able to come back into this game or not. As Bynum with the ball. Berkeley now up 61 to 54. Wynn misses the shot. Rebounded by Berkeley. Can Berkeley extend their lead? And they do. Berkeley's now up by 9, Joe, 63 to 54.
Now they're starting to pull ahead. We finally, for the first time this afternoon, are seeing one of these two schools pull ahead finally. And Bowens is already making his way back to the King's College bench, and it looks like he might even be checking in here soon.
Berkeley, Henry with the ball, Henry with the 2-point shot. The shot is good. Berkeley up 65 to 56. As Wynn passes to Bynum. Bynum, back to Wynn. And Wynn driving to the basket and traveling on Wynn. Looked like he had trouble handling the ball there. And Tyler Bowens is going to check back into the game.
That was relatively quick. I think they just needed to give him a quick look at and say, all right, you're good to go. Get back out there.
Absolutely. Sacco with the ball. Looking for the open player. Passes it to Pitt. Pitt with the three-point shot. The shot is no good, but good job by Sacco with the rebound, and he draws the foul call. So Berkeley with a 9-point lead. Let's see if this is that time of game where they extend this game out as we await the inbound.
They have a chance, Sean, to go up by at least 11 or 12, depending on what they're able to do with this inbound.
It would be their first double-digit lead of the day if they find a way to do that. Henry with the ball. Is he going to drive to the basket? No, he's going to pass the ball to Pitt. Pitt comes up with the pass, trying to drive the basket, and the shot is no good. Rebounded by Berkeley, gets the basket and the foul.
And I was about to say Polnitz did a good job of making sure he was under the basket, grabbed the rebound, put in the simple shot, and Berkeley is up by 11.
Their first double-digit lead of the day. As Polnitz going to the foul line. So Berkeley with their first double-digit lead of the day. Does Berkeley continue to extend this lead, or does King's College find a way to cut into the lead? As Polnitz, the shot is missed and rebounded by Rommel. Rommel passes to Bowens. Bowens to Wynn, as Wynn passes, and Bowens to Rommel. Rommel to Bowens. Bowens, is he going to drive to the basket? And we await the foul call.
And that was another rough hit for Bowens, and he got right back up.
Absolutely.
He's been taking a bit of a beating in the first half of the second half.
Foul calls on Berkeley as we await the inbound from King's College. Bowens looking for the open player, finds Wynn. Wynn with the three. The shot is missed and rebounded by Jackson with a foul call on Kings. As Berkeley comes up with the ball. And
You think Jimmy Wynn might have used up a little bit of the gas at the end of the first half there? It seems like that might be happening.
I think it's very possible as King's College calls this timeout. And if you're King's College, you have to be wondering, how can we prevent this lead from growing bigger? Because it definitely seems like Berkeley's in a very big groove right now.
Yeah, this is like we mentioned it a few minutes ago, this is the first time all game that one of these two teams has finally pulled ahead to a big extent. And I think Berkeley is starting to finally take command. We're finally seeing one of these two schools take command today.
This could be the point in the game where Berkeley takes the game, so it'll be very important how both of these teams play coming out of this timeout. And this might be the last chance for King's College to make this a game. They have to get some type of a run going.
And let's not get it mistaken. They have the time to do that. It's just, will they capitalize?
Another thing, Joe, another great stat that stands out. Berkeley has taken 31 more shots, but only leads by 9. So having a 9-point lead is good, but they've taken 31 more shots. The lead should probably be bigger right now.
You would think it would translate to that. I feel like, yes.
As both teams are now back on the court. Berkeley with the ball. Thomas to Henry. Henry to Pitt. Pitt's holding on to the ball here. Passes to Thomas. Thomas looked like he was going to drive to the basket, but he passes to Henry. Henry goes back to Thomas. Thomas goes to Jackson. Jackson with the shot. The shot is good. Berkeley leads by 13, 69 to 56. You can hear the Berkeley bench. The Berkeley fans come alive with the chant of defense. As Bowens loses the ball. Nice steal by Polnitz as Berkeley. This is that run we're talking about, Joe.
That was a nice layup by Henry, and it's adding to the lead for the Knights, and they're really pulling away here.
It is now 71 to 56 as Kings College has to find a way to get back into this game. As Wynn with the three. All right, that'll help. Wynn makes a three. Berkeley up 71-59.
Now, if Jimmy Wynn can string together a few more of those, I think he'll be right back into the thick of it with the momentum that he had in the first half.
Absolutely. As Berkeley, Thomas passes to Pitt. Pitt drives to the basket, and the basket's good. Berkeley up 73 to 59. Bowens with the ball. Henry playing good defense on Bowens. Bowens, that pass almost gets away. The shot is no good. Rebounded by Berkeley.
And I liked how they had Henry guarding Bowens there as he was trying to drive up the court.
And is the foul call? Foul calls on Kings College. So they get the Polnitz gets the basket and the foul.
But what I was saying is, did you notice how they had Henry guarding Bowens as they were moving up the court a few moments ago? I don't think I've seen Berkeley do that much today. I think they've let the Lions dribble up and then start to guard once they get past half court. That was one of the first few moments today where I've seen them press the Lions moving up the court.
Foul shot attempt is good by Polnitz. Berkeley leads 76 to 59. Kings College driving down the court, passes to Wynn. Can Wynn do it again? He cannot, and that ball is it's gonna be Berkeley's ball as the ball goes out of bounds. As we await the inbound from Henry. It's Thomas with the ball. Thomas looking for the open player. He finds Pitt for the three-point shot attempt. And the three is good. Joe, it's a 20-point lead now for Berkeley, 79 to 59. As Kings College, but they get some points there though. Hanson with the two. Berkeley up 79 to 61. Polnitz. Jackson with the ball. Jackson goes to the basket, and this is that run that Berkeley needed. Up by 20 again. And Bowens.
And now the Knights are laying back a little bit as Bowens was dribbling it up. I think now they're starting to get comfortable with where they are.
As Wynn passes to Bynum. Bynum to Bowens. Bowens gets the shot.
This was what, a one-point game at the half? We're about to reach the halfway mark of the second half. Berkeley's up by 18.
This is that run we were talking about that Berkeley was capable of going on. As Bynum came up with the rebound for Kings College. Wynn to Bynum. Bynum to Bowens. Bowens for the three, but to no avail. Rebound by Berkeley.
It was almost as if he hesitated right before he took the shot. That was something I noticed right away. That's 2 straight rebounds for Bynum on that end of the floor. That's
Bynum's going to go to the basket this time. Rebounded by Jackson. Henry with the ball. Under 10 minutes left in the game now. In game 1 of this semifinal matchup. All right, so Berkeley's going to take the timeout. What's the strategy you see there with that?
If I'm Berkeley, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing at the moment. If I'm Kings, I got to start making sure that we're hitting shots because, you know, a lot of those shots that they've been taking have not gone in. We saw Molly Bynum on that end of the floor. He missed 2 straight layups, and they're doing good at rebounding. It's the shot making that they got to be a lot wiser with.
No question, and you know, coming out of this timeout, So important for both teams, obviously, but more important for King's College. They can't let this lead get too big, because if this lead gets any bigger, you know, time can run out very quickly.
And it'll just be out of reach at that point. It was a 1-point game at the half. Now it's a 18-point lead. This is not going the way of the Lions whatsoever.
No, it is not, as the King's College Lions are back on the court. We are awaiting the arrival of the Berkeley College Knights on the court. Berkeley's up 81-63. Under 10 minutes left. Berkeley will almost, once again, if this game stays the way it is, be heading to the conference final. Unless King's College can come up with some kind of a rally here.
Whip up like a quick remedy and get some points on the board here. Let's see.
No question. As Henry awaiting to inbound the ball, but we await, seems to be some water substance on the court, so we just take a timeout to wipe that down. You don't want any players slipping, obviously.
That was Matt Gercio. And look at Matt Gercio with some elite hand wiping skills there.
That's Five Towns College Athletic Director Matt Gercio. Henry. As Henry, is Henry going to dribble or take a shot? He's going to dribble. Trying to direct the offense here. Bench points for Berkeley in this recent run. Berkeley 48, King's College 2. King's College not getting a whole lot of points from their bench, obviously. And we await the foul call.
And honestly, it's going to sound obvious, but if they were, that would really help them in this contest. That's part of the reason that it really is part of the reason why they're down by 18 right now.
No question, as King College inbounds the ball. Bowens, you could see Hansen was wide open under the basket. He was calling for it. You could see he was frustrated when he didn't get the ball there.
And sometimes in the heat of the moment, you don't see that. A guy could be wide open like he's in the middle of the desert, but in the heat of the game, you don't always see that.
Berkeley with the ball, 2-point shot attempt. That shot is no good by Pitt.
That was a rough shot too. Wow.
Yeah, it looked short. It looked short right away.
Well, if you mean right away, I was gonna say, if you said it looked short, I would have said thanks, Captain Obvious.
All right, as we get back to the game, Wynn to Bynum as Wynn gets the ball back. Bynum, and the rebound by Jackson. Jackson to Henry. Henry to as the whistle blows, and we await the call.
I think that was Morgan Hansen who had a really big block there, but it looked like it was after the whistle.
Fouls on Tyler Bowens for King's College, as Dontel Henry will go to the free throw line. Henry is a sophomore from the Bronx, New York. As we await the foul shot attempt. The shot is good. And we await the second foul shot attempt as Berkeley looks to extend this huge lead to get themselves to the conference final tomorrow. As we await the second foul shot attempt. Foul shot attempt is good. Berkeley up 83-63 with a 20-point lead. Bynum's going to go to the basket. Nice block by Jackson. But King's College comes up with the ball. And Henry for Berkeley does not like the foul call. So, as a result, the ball stays with King's College. As we await the inbound to see if King's College can get something going. And Bynum does not get the basket, but he gets the foul. So, Joe, it seems like for the rest of this game, they're just going to go to Bynum and see what they can do from there.
Yeah, now, and it's going to get redundant, and it's going to be expected. We're back down to a 20-point lead for the Knights here.
You know, it's interesting if you keep going to Bynum, but if the shots aren't going in enough, you got to adjust from there,
Yep, and if you're doing the same type of play over and over, like I said, it's going to become obvious and expected at that point.
As we await first foul shot attempt. And Bynum talking to the official about something. And it looks like Kings wants to make a substitution, but I guess there was a timeout call, maybe, or. And okay, so we're going into a timeout then. So we're going into a timeout. We have 8 minutes, 19 seconds left. Berkeley up 83-63, Joe.
Yeah, and we're at the point where this game is it's going to become a blowout. It is a blowout. This is an all-four tire blowout. And I think the reason for that is because I guess, I don't know what was said in the locker room. Berkeley came out into this half firing on all cylinders. They're like a V8 engine in a Camaro. They're just firing on all cylinders with the gas pedal all the way down to the floorboard.
No question, and like you said, whatever adjustments the coach made, the adjustments work. It just took Berkeley some time to get going, and we've said his name a lot today, Joe. Tristan Polnitz has a double-double, 19 points, 10 rebounds. So we keep an eye out, obviously, for Polnitz, who's been a great player in this game so far. As the officials calling for everybody to line up. And Bynum will head to the line for two. And as we await the foul shot attempt, the shot is good. Berkeley up 83-64. As we await the second foul shot attempt. Second foul shot attempt is no good. Berkeley up by 19. Henry with the ball. As Henry, is he going to drive to the basket? No, he passes it to Sacco. Sacco back to Thomas. Thomas passes the ball to Barami. As Barami looks to and misses the shot. And Kings College gets the rebound. And traveling, so Kings College does not get the foul call and is traveling by Kings College. Berkeley inbounds the ball. Under 8 minutes left in the game. Thomas to Pitt. Pitt, 85-64. Berkeley's up 85-64 as Kings College. Bynum with the ball. Bynum passes to passes to Bishop, check that, back to Bynum. Bishop with the rebound, and Bishop with the basket. Berkeley up 85-66. As Berkeley, Sacco. Sacco directing traffic for the offense. And Sacco trying to find the open player. Sacco to Henry. As Henry is going to drive to the basket. And a Berkeley foul on Kenny Pitt. As the ball will go to Kings College. That is Pitt's first foul.
And it looks like Jimmy Wynn is going to inbound this ball too.
Berkeley up 85-66. Under 7 minutes left in the second half of this game. Bowens with the ball. As Bowens passes to Wynn. Wynn to Bowens. Bowens is going to take the shot. Shot is good. 85-68. Berkeley with the ball. Henry. Henry to Bynum. Bynum passes to Sacco. Sacco with the shot. The shot is no good. Rebounded by Bynum. Bynum passes to Hansen. Hansen to Bishop. Bishop gets the basket and the foul. As Bishop will go to the line. So let's see if that starts a run for King's College. King's College now, the lead was 20. Now the lead was 15. Let's see if this gets something going for Kings. The foul shot attempt is good. Berkeley up 85 to 71. As we await the inbound from Berkeley College. Henry with the ball. Passes to Bynum. You can hear the chants of defense here at the Sound Arena. Bynum to Henry. Back to Bynum to Henry. As Henry back to Bynum. Bynum with the three. The three is no good. Rebounded by Bishop for King's College. Let's see if Kings can go on some kind of a run. And a foul.
So it's only a 4-point lead, Shawnee, but with 5:50 left on just under 6 minutes, it almost makes you wonder if it's too late. 14 points can obviously be made up like that.
Well, if they're going to make a run, King's College, they got to do it right now.
Yeah, they got to. It has to start right now. That's point number one.
First foul shot attempt by Bynum is no good. As we await the second foul shot attempt. Second foul shot attempt is good. Berkeley up 85-72, under 6 minutes left in the game. And it looks like Berkeley's going to take a timeout. So I guess Berkeley, Joe, taking the timeout, you know, they just want to, you know, talk things over and discuss things. Probably why Coach Pena took the timeout. Because, you know, you have the 13-point lead. You know, I'm thinking Coach Pena just wants to go over some things just to, you know, make sure everyone's on the same page as they try to close this game out.
Yeah, and you obviously don't want to slip up and let this lead shrink at all. I think, you know, I think this is just to reiterate, okay, listen, we're up by a lot. That's good. Let's not lose any bit of momentum. Let's make sure that we're doing these things and make sure that we're getting everything right. Just to reiterate, just to be sure that this lead doesn't shrink at all. Just want to make sure you got your strategy down pat.
No question, and you know, for King's College, we just said it a moment ago, if a run is going to start, it has to start right now, and the winner of this game will play in the HVIAC men's basketball final tomorrow, Sunday at 3:30 p.m. So obviously, whoever wins this game awaits the winner of the next game between the Sound of Five Towns College and the Word of Life Huskies. As we await the inbound from Berkeley, Sacco to Henry. Henry dribbling the ball. Henry to Thomas. Thomas to Sacco. Sacco to Bynum. Bynum to Thomas. Thomas to Sacco. Sacco to Henry. Henry misses the shot. King's College with the rebound. As Bowens from three.
That was a much-needed three-point shot for the Lions, and they need anything they can get at the moment.
So now they're within 10 with 5 minutes left. Let's see what unfolds from here. And Berkeley just lost the ball, I guess. And is that another timeout? We have a couple of whistles.
That is going to be a timeout.
So if you're King's College, 5 minutes left, you're back to within 10. So let's see what they do from here.
Yeah, and much better than it was about 48 seconds ago because it was what? It was a 14-point lead. Within 48 seconds, they managed to get this to only a 10-point deficit. Not bad at all, Shawnee. That's very impressive.
And we look at the replay, you know, just a moment ago, Joe.
Bowen's going back to what he was doing in the first half. It's sinking threes. And he did that at the beginning of the first half really well, and then it was Jimmy Wynn who started to take over Bowens. They need Bowens and Wynn to do that a lot more if they want to get back into this contest, Johnny.
No question, and as we said, just over 5 minutes left. Berkeley up 85-75. You can hear the King's College bench, the fans, chanting defense. As King's College, Bynum loses the ball.
Bynum tried to do some bully ball there and he lost it.
And Berkeley, because of that, Berkeley gains 2 points, up 87-75.
Stuff like that in this situation is going to cost you. You can't lose the ball. If you're going to bully ball like that, you can't lose it. And he makes up for it with those 2 points. Makes good makeup.
Sacco passes to Bynum. Bynum to Polnitz. Polnitz to Henry. Henry to Sacco. Sacco to Jackson. Jackson. Nice shot by Jackson.
From this angle, it looked like he was going to hit the side of the glass, but he sunk it regardless.
Bowens with the ball. Wynn to Bowens. See some ball movement by King's College. Bynum again.
Molly Bynum using his size to put a layup in to jump over everybody else.
Berkeley, Sacco with the ball. Sacco passes to Polnitz. Polnitz to Bynum. Bynum's going to go to the basket. And he gets the basket.
What you do, I can do better. Bynum does it first, and then all the way down the court for Teray Bynum.
Berkeley, nice three-point shot by Bowens.
That was a long three-point shot. Bowens is feeling it again.
As Henry goes to the basket, though. Baskets back to back to back to back. As Bowens, Berkeley up 93-82. Berkeley's up by 11. Bowens is going to go to the basket, and Bowens gets the foul call. And Bowens is going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and it looked like Bowens had made contact with Sacco there.
That's Sacco's second foul of the game. Bowens is going to shoot 2 foul shots.
And he needs to sink both of these, by the way.
Absolutely.
Yes, if he sinks both of them, it would make it a 9-point deficit.
As we await the first foul shot attempt. The shot is good. Berkeley up 93-83. As we await the second foul shot attempt. As we await the second foul shot attempt. Shot is good. Berkeley up 93-84. As Henry passes to Bynum. Bynum to Henry. Back to Bynum. And a timeout by Coach Pena. So Coach Pena did not like how that play was unfolding. You could see him talking to Henry. And Joe, he took the timeout because he knew something was going to go wrong there.
That looked like one of those, no, that's not the play that I drew up reactions. That was a very straightforward reaction. This is only a 9-point lead for the Knights in what, at the beginning of this half, looked like a game that was going to go their way. It's a lot closer now than it was then. 100% closer than it was at the beginning of this half, the first half of the second half. Now I think Coach Pena just wants to make sure that he reiterates to them what the strategy is going to be. And Bowens, like he did in the first half, shows off the range, the distance. He's not even that far in front of the logo, and he sinks it. And he started to get a little happy there, a little giddy, and you saw Jimmy Wynn had to hug him there, and he had to calm him down just a little bit. It's like, hey, buddy, the play's coming back. Let's focus up. The Lions are having their moments here. They're starting to claw back. They're starting to grab some of that momentum and take chunks out of it, of the momentum that the Knights have.
No question, and we have exactly 3 minutes left in this game. Berkeley up 93 to 84. Bynum directing traffic. Holnitz to Pitt. Pitt gets the foul call. And Pitt gets up.
Kings foul number 32, Jordan Bishop, that is his fourth.
That's Joe, you just heard it, Joe. That's Jordan Bishop's 4th foul.
And it makes you wonder, and they're not taking him out just yet, and I think the reason they're not taking him out is because it's crunch time. And they're down by 9. They need to leave him in. Now, the question that I have is, let's say the Lions get this game a little closer, and Bishop is in a position where he needs to foul somebody who can get a simple basket. Does he do it and take himself out in the process? You know, you don't want to foul out in that situation, but it's a tough thought process there to have to go through.
Berkeley up 95 to 84 as Berkeley comes up with the rebounds. Bynum, we're coming up to 2.5 minutes left in this game. As Bynum, is he going to attempt a 3? He thought about it. Passes to Pitt, though. Pitt to Bynum. Bynum attempts the 3. We saw a lot of hesitancy, Joe, with that 3-point shot attempt.
And I think that's a lack of confidence to go along with that.
Jackson to Pitt. And I guess Pitt's reaction is the foul on him.
Yeah, it is on him, and he did not like it the moment he went down. I would assume I'm assuming he thinks the foul call should have went the other way, because Bowens is now inbounding here.
2 minutes, 13 seconds left in the game.
And you see the Lions, they have 2 players. They have Dontel Henry as well as Tristan Polnitz down here on the court. They're going to try to play some heavy defense on the Lions. Closest one out with 2:10 left to play.
Bowens. And Bowens gets the foul.
And Jimmy Wynn was ready to take a 3 there, but they blew the whistle right beforehand. So that was a good job by Bowens drawing the foul.
Bowens?
Just like before, they have a chance to make it a 9-point deficit.
Bowens will be attempting 2 foul shot attempts. First foul shot attempt is good. As we await the second foul shot attempt. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left. Berkeley currently up 95 to 85 as we await the second foul shot. Second foul shot is good. Berkeley now leads 95 to 86. And Berkeley, Holnitz, slowing this down. Under 2 minutes left in this semifinal game. Berkeley's up by 9 as Henry going to the basket. No foul call, but they're going to say Bynum was out of bounds. As Berkeley waiting to inbound the ball.
And we're under 2 minutes and a half, and King's College is down by 9. They can't be making any mistakes like that.
Holnitz with the ball, passes to Sacco. As Berkeley, as Pitt looked like he was going to take the shot. But he passes to Polnitz. Berkeley up 97-86. Minute and a half left in the game. As Bishop, nothing there, passes to Bowens. Bowens goes back to Bishop. Bishop with Jackson on him. Misses the shot. Berkeley comes up with the rebound. Sacco passes to Polnitz. And I guess it bounced off a Kings player. It's going to stay with Berkeley. So Berkeley College with 1:14 left in the game, up 97-86. It's an 11-point lead as Jackson to Henry. Henry to Polnitz. I thought Wynn was going to foul there for a minute. He does not, though, as Pitt with the three-point shot attempt.
Oh, what a rebound by Polnitz. Wow, what a rebound. I think that's the icing on the cake right there. I think that might be it.
Polnitz has had a great game all game, and you're right, great job there.
That was the icing. That not only was that the icing on the cake, I think that was putting the candle on the icing and lighting the candle and then blowing it out. That was everything. That was everything right there.
And it looks like Berkeley College, as you said, this game is over. And with this foul shot, if they make it, it's triple digits. It's 100 points for Berkeley. They make this shot. As we await the foul shot attempt. The foul shot is good. And Berkeley's got 100. But Quinn makes the three-point shot. Berkeley up 100 to 89. Sacco with the ball. All right, so you have to foul at this point, obviously. And Bowens came in to foul. 44 seconds down by 11. It's that time of the game. So 44 seconds left. Berkeley's up 100 to 89, and they're 44 seconds away from heading back to the HVIAC Men's Basketball Conference Final. Sacco with the shot. The shot is no good. And a substitution for King's College. Rommel comes out, Nicholson comes in. As we await the second foul shot attempt.
I think, Sean, something that the Lions are going to look back at this afternoon is the lack of scoring from the bench. That was something that the Knights had a lot of, and for the Lions, it was just non-existent. And that's something that when they look back at today, they're going to say, man, if our bench did just a little more, we'd be in a much better situation.
Yeah, there's no question, because it's only a 12-point lead right now. If you get a lot of contributions from the bench, you're still in this thing. So you feel great if you're Kings, and if you're Berkeley, you feel great you get the win. I mean, although it's not the margin you're used to, a win is a win, no question. As Bynum, the shot is no good. Rommel comes back in for Nicholson as we await the second foul shot attempt from Bynum. 37.4 seconds left. Berkeley up 101 to 89. Bynum, the shot is good. All right, so you have to foul, unfortunately, and Wynn and King's College do just that.
Yeah, and that's a smart thing to do in that situation. Even though the game seems like it's pretty much out of reach, you still have to.
In basketball, down this late, it's really all you can do. As we await foul shot attempts from Henry. We await the first foul shot attempt. And the shot is good. Berkeley up 102 to 90. 35.5 seconds left. As we await the second foul shot attempt from Henry. Second foul shot is good. Berkeley up by 13. All right, timeout called by Kings, Joe. Here's the scenario. You're down by 13, 35 seconds left. What are you doing to try to win this thing?
Is it even possible? I'll just ask it straightforward. I don't think it is possible.
No, it'd be very tough. It'd be very tough to script something here, even if you're writing a movie, right? It'd be very tough to script something here if you're writing a movie. Down by 13 with 35.5 minutes left. It's extremely difficult, I agree.
And I think, and here's the thing, this was such a close game, and we had said when the second half started, we both were in agreement that this would be a really close game. Now that Berkeley have just completely grasped the momentum from the Lions, any bit of momentum they had, and went on this long run, this game is essentially over to this extent. A 13-point lead with 35.5 seconds to go.
And And Berkeley has not played a home game this year, as we said in the beginning. All their games on the road, and they still play this well. It's incredible. Berkeley College really are, they're road warriors, Joe.
Yeah, and we said it at the top of the show. I said they bring the term road warriors to a whole new meaning.
No question, as Kings College win with the shot. The shot, oh, I thought that was going in. The shot does not go in, though, as Berkeley comes up with the ball in, and you got a foul there. And Berkeley truly are road warriors, and, you know, road warriors, of course. Joe, as we know, a Hall of Fame tag team in the world of professional wrestling, the Road Warriors. But, you know, this isn't wrestling. This is the HVIAC men's basketball conference tournament. But
Okay, Bruce Pritchard, you keep those wrestling terminologies coming at me.
it was a tie-in indeed, as the first foul shot attempt from Asako is good. Berkeley up 104-90, 24 and a half seconds left. Second foul shot attempt is good, and this lead is back to 15. And Kings College, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it's Berkeley's ball. So Berkeley's ball, as we await the inbound, with 19 seconds left, Berkeley up by 15. And you see another foul by Wynn. And, you know, Joe, you know, if you're Kings, I don't know. You need 5 threes. You need the ball right away each time. It's extremely difficult.
Yeah, the odds are not in your favor.
And the odds just got higher with that point as Berkeley goes up 106-90.
Well, no, wouldn't they have gotten lower? Because we're talking about the Lions, so they would have gotten lower.
Correct that, Joe, thank you. Joe, you're always there to correct me. The odds have gotten lower that they're going to come back and win this game. Thank you, Joe. This is your last game doing commentary, so I'm glad you're here to correct me in this kind of situation.
Yeah, it is my last game doing commentary here.
As the second foul shot attempt is good, and we're coming on 15 seconds left in the game. And if you're Kings College, I mean, if you're Berkeley, just let them go here. You have a big lead.
Yeah, there's really no need to have to foul anybody at this point.
And Berkeley's just going to run it out.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the game. And for the 7th time in a row, Berkeley College moves on to the HVIAC Conference Final with a 107-92 victory over Kings College. And Joe, 12 in the last 15 years, well now 13 in the last 16, now 7 times in a row, Berkeley's going back.
Berkeley have made the conference final. It's almost as if a second home. And the reason that they're there is because they came out of the second half swinging and firing on all cylinders. And another thing that's going to hurt the Lions, like I said a few minutes ago, looking back at today, it's the lack of scoring from the bench. That's going to really make the Lions hurt inside when they think about today. But Berkeley came out firing on all cylinders. They're like a Ferrari and a Camaro right out of the gate. And that's the reason that they're in the conference final tomorrow afternoon. And it's going to be against either Word of Life or the Five Towns College Sound.
And if you're the Kings College, you know, you're happy about the fact you kept this game close. You kept it close for a little while, but when you go into the offseason, you're like, we had to get more points from that bench, and they couldn't do it.
No, they really couldn't, and that's, like I said, it's going to hurt them a lot when they look back at today, the lack of scoring from the bench. Meanwhile, Berkeley, they had that. There were no problems with that at all.
And with that being said, we're going to throw it down to the third member of our broadcast team, Jeff Kramer. Jeff?
We're here with number 2, Dontel Henry from Berkeley College. So, Dontel, how do you think, how does it feel to win today?
Today it feels good, you know. Coming into the team, you know, you deal with a lot of adversity with your friends, your teammates. So, you know, right now we're just all dwelling together and just pushing hard to win. So we're happy for this win.
That's awesome. You had a close game in the first. How did you rebound in the second?
Defense, to be honest. That's what our team is mainly about. Defense. Defense wins games. So, you know, we try to just make sure we pinpoint on that all season.
Awesome. And what are you most looking forward to tomorrow?
Winning the championship, heading to nationals, God willing, you know. Our team, we play hard. We play hard every night, you know. This is what we really want for the season, and hopefully that's in our plans for the future.
Well, congratulations on the win, and shortly we'll be back with the semifinal, Five Towns versus Word of Life. Stay tuned. See you soon.